Thousands of West Australians stuck elsewhere have now been told it's time to reapply for a G2G.
We had 24,237, there you go, messages that we sent out last night.
By morning, more than 10,000 had reapplied, and the ABC was flooded with calls from people reporting they were approved within minutes.
Almost instantly, I got approved. So just in complete shock, like a total roller coaster.
Lyndal Malarkey has been living in Melbourne, but all of her family remain in WA. She had 10 rejected G2Gs in 2020 after the birth of her first child, and a dozen in 2021 while her mother was suffering with breast cancer. She's very ready to move home.
We're flying out the first flight on the 5th, so we're keen.
Meanwhile, international students had been preparing to come in after the border opened on February 5. When that was scrapped, they were told they would be locked out. Many cancelled flights and accommodation, and some were already in the country waiting in other states.
It's been a lot of stress. It's taken a big toll on my mental health.
5 days later, the government decided they would be let in.
My advice is again to make sure that those that are already in Australia, have the ability to come to WA universities.
Students still overseas can't fly directly into WA, but if they arrive elsewhere in Australia by Saturday, they will be allowed into the state. The higher education sector says the changes have been confusing.
And direction number 3, they've been more complicated for these young people to understand, particularly when English is not their primary language.
Students who can afford it are now racing to rebook limited flights. If they then make it to Perth, they'll have to isolate for 14 days.
That's the tough part. I had to pay a lot of money for quarantining, for self-isolating myself. It's a big blow to my pocket. I started doing a part-time job and I'm like, all the money I earned there, it's like just gone.
For some, it may prove too much. The industry professionals warn East Coast and overseas universities will happily take their business. James Carmody, ABC News.